Thank you for tuning in to Codename Spontaneity episode 4. It's been a while, man. I've been working, so I haven't really had time to post any videos, but I'm still out here, going through inspiring shit, and really trying to make shit happen. So, I got a topic on mind that I want to talk about, and let's just get to it, shall we? Okay, so check it out. How can I start? Well, I lost my job. I've been broke out here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, this is nothing current. This is past shit. I'm currently working for ADT, and that is definitely a blessing. And I got my car, and I stopped riding my bike everywhere, and I'm whipping now. My hustle game strong right now. I feel good, and I'm blessed. But I laid down a plan, and I made so many sacrifices to get where I'm at today, and I did it. You know what I mean? And I'm still working towards other goals, and trying to make that happen. It's a bit of a struggle, but it'll happen when it happens, and you just gotta keep a good mindset and just keep grinding. You know what I mean? No matter what the fuck happening, you gotta keep your shit straight and keep it fucking moving, man. Cause like life has a way of just fucking with your head, man. You know what I mean? Like, going through some shit. I'm homeless right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm literally like my computer right now during this show is on the trunk of my car. You know what I'm saying? I'm sleeping in my car underneath a fucking bridge. This is no pity party. This is some real life shit. I'm about to drop some jewels on you right now. You know what I mean? Like, listen, you cannot let situations in life dictate how you feel about you and your shit, and you cannot let that change the fact that you have ambitions and goals. You have to kind of like push that shit to the side just for a little bit. You know what I mean? Just to stay motivated. There's gonna be a lot of people who's gonna be at you talking all types of shit, because they don't agree with the situation that has transpired in your life. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you're the one going through it, and if they don't like it, fuck them. You know what I mean? You see this middle finger right here? Fuck them. Because at the end of the day, it's all about you and how the fuck you feel. You know what I mean? I just want to say that as a disclaimer. So, anyway, it's been crazy out here, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm homeless. And then on top of that, you got COVID-19 running rampant worldwide. And, this is the first disease that has, hit the States in such an impactful way. You know what I mean? It's so bad that it has hit my hometown, Rochester, New York. Now, when SARS hit the scene, and, fucking H1N1 and the bird flu and fucking, West Nile virus, I wasn't too scared. It was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, I'm not going to be sitting here scared out my fucking mind, stopping life. But then COVID-19 hit the fucking scene and fucked everything up, bro. Yo, Cuomo put out, a fucking order that 100% non-essential jobs got to be shut down. Lucky for me, I still can work because my job is seen as essential. You know what I mean? And, thanks to Trump. Now, granted, can't stand Trump. I think he's a piece of shit. But he's hooking the motherfucker up right now. You know what I mean? So I really ain't got shit to say. He's gonna hit me with a stimulus check, and I'm still working, so I got money coming in. So I'll be able to, change my dire situation in a jiffy. Straight jiffy. But, to get back on point, with all this shit going around, I have grasped a concept that I have long neglected, which is in order to win at something, period, you must first lose. So I'm gonna let that resonate real quick while I light my motherfucking cigarette. You know, yo, in order to win, you must first lose. What does that mean? You know, think about it. Let it ping pong in your brain real quick. In order to win, you must first lose. I tell you what, I have lost a lot to get where I'm at. I'm gonna tell you everything. Why not? I have nothing to lose. Check this out. So, before I started working at ADT, you know, and I work at ADT, I make 30 grand a year. You know, I gave up a job. It was a decent job. It wasn't the best job, but you know, it paid somewhat decent, and you know, I just wasn't willing to settle. So, you know, I put in applications elsewhere and had an interview set up for ADT, and you know, I believed in my heart that I could get it. Now, mind you, at the time, I didn't have a car. I was actually commuting by bike, and that's how I got around. No matter where it was, I rode my bike there. That was my main source of transportation, and I very rarely caught the bus. So that was my life at that point in time. But what ended up happening was, you know, I filled out the application, they scheduled an appointment, you know, for an interview, and I went for the gusto. Now, mind you, the EDT was not on the bus line, and so I had to catch an Uber out there to even get the job. And so, you know, did the interview, talked that talk real quick. You know, they called me in a couple hours after the interview and they hired me. You know, so I had to lose a job in order to gain another job. I'm gonna let that sink in. You must first lose before you win. In order to win, there has to be a loss of something. Let that sink in. Let it sink in. Just think about it. Now check this out. You know what I mean? So now I got my job. I'm riding my bike everywhere. Now mind you, my job is not on the bus line. It's like, I'd say roughly 3 to 4 miles out from the last bus stop. And you know, for me as a cyclist, I have learned how long a mile actually is. A mile seems short, but a mile is pretty fucking long. You know what I mean? So, for those miles, you know what I mean? I'm riding my bike. And so, I'm riding my bike, I'm going to work, I'm doing what I need to do. And then, I got me a car. You know what I mean? Like, there's a few things I set out for myself to get, which will be a car and a house. I wanted to get the house first, but my job was more important. I felt like I needed to secure my money before I go out and get a house, because I didn't want to get a house and have transportation problems and then, you know, be fucked up later on because I'm having a hard time getting there. So I figured I'd get the transportation problem eradicated, so therefore my money be secure and I can do what I need to do, you know? And so I put my living situation on the back burner to get a car. Now, you know, I have my car, and that mission has been, you know, complete. So now, you know, I'm working to get a place. And then, once I finally get the money to get the place, this COVID-19 shit fucks everything up, bro. Fucks everything up. I can't even find a fucking apartment right now, and I have the fucking money. You know, it's frustrating. I ain't even gonna front. I'm outside, man, in the motherfucking cold, black hoodie on, and I mean, car running and shit, sipping OE. And by the way, whoever made this shit, props to you, because this shit get me through, straight up and down. So to continue, you know what I mean? Like, you must first lose in order to gain anything, period. Back to my point. So to continue, you know what I mean? Like, I lost a lot of time and a lot of money to get my car. That's another point. You know what I mean? You must first lose to gain. You must first lose to win. I lost some money to get my car. You know what I mean? And I've been doing that. I've been maintaining. I'm stable. I'm doing everything I need to do as a man to take care of my shit, because that's what I'm supposed to do. So, you know, my next step is getting this house. Now, you know, I got a little situation with a girl, right? Long story short, I met this girl, and it was around time that me and my ex-girl were having problems and shit, and, you know, I ain't gonna spill the beans, but I love that girl, man. I love my ex. And I fucked up. You know what I mean? Fucked up, started cheating on her and shit with this other bitch. And bro, yo, this bitch is crazy, bro. She crazy. Like, yo, like I had to put an order of protection on her and shit. I never had to do no shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what the fuck this shit's supposed to feel like. You know what I mean? Shit fucked up. But I had to do it. Long story short, I had to get rid of her completely just to make it work out with the woman I love. You must first lose before you win. Losing dictates your winning probabilities, man. Straight up. Straight up. I had to break her heart, bro. I mean, I ain't necessarily want to, but she forced my hand. She stalking me and shit. You know what I mean? She talking all this shit. She bringing my family into shit. You know what I mean? Telling my personal business to my family and my friends, trying to get them all against me and shit. I had to. And then, you know, she started shit with my new girl, and my new girl at me and shit, and you know, I had to make that decision, so I had to let her go, just so I could move on to something new. Well, not necessarily new, but you know, a new era, a new beginning. You know what I mean? Metaphorically. You know, like, you must first lose to win. You know what I mean? I deem myself as a spiritual man. Like, I'm a Christian, but you'll never see me rocking Christian t-shirts and beating people over the head with the holy scriptures. I'm not that type of dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of person, you know what I mean? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And to be honest, in this world, in this time, a lot of people ain't receptive to that shit. So, I keep my mouth shut until I'm led. If I'm led to say something, I'll say something. But for the most part, you know what I mean? I just go through, maneuver through life, do what I gotta do. Every once in a while, I come across somebody who, you know, I feel like God is tugging my heart to talk to them. And then, you know, when it happens naturally, and we build. You know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to be. It's not really supposed to be, you know, a person preaching at the next man, because on some real shit, I got my own problems. Just like the next man got his problems. You know what I mean? Who am I to judge? You know, the Bible does say, judge not, lest ye be judged. And, you know, I feel like a lot of people who are Christians, and this is coming from a Christian, you know what I mean? This ain't coming from somebody who don't believe this shit. You know what I mean? I believe this shit wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people who name the name of Christ, who say that they're Christians, be the first ones to point fingers and judge people. You know what I mean? And they totally forget that, they themselves have problems. That they are not as holy as they think they are. You know what I mean? And, that's like one of my biggest pet peeves. So I try my best to not, be that way when it comes to dealing with other people. Because, like I said before, I'm not perfect. I have my issues too. You know what I mean? Who am I to judge the next man because his struggle differs from mine? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, my issues are pretty fucked up. You know what I mean? I got issues with lust. I sleep around from time to time. I smoke cigarettes. I get drunk. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be out here doing all types of foul shit sometimes, but that's just who I am. You know what I mean? Who am I to judge the next man because he's smoking crack? You know what I mean? You don't know his life. You don't know what the fuck he been through. Yeah, crack is a fucked up drug. You know what I mean? I used to sell the shit. You know what I mean? I've seen what crack can do to a person's mind. I've seen what crack can do to a person's body, to a person's physical. You know what I mean? In person. But I can't judge that, man. I can't. It would be hypocritical on my part to not consider my own ways when dealing with the next man. So that's how I approach it, And to get back on topic, in order to lose or in order to win, you must first lose. Straight up. The Bible clearly says the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. I see this shit all the time in regular life. I see people who are down and out, people be shitting on them, treating them like shit. You know what I mean? Then they blow. They get a good job or some shit. They get a record deal, and now they booming. You know what I mean? It's the people who are neglected, disrespected, and rejected who really has God's hand on them. You know what I mean? Who really have that blessing to become great. But to be honest, anybody can become great. The wicked man, the righteous man, the unbelieving man, the unfruitful man. They all have the opportunity to become great. You know what I mean? And I was talking to a shorty at my job. You know what I mean? And I don't even know how it even came up. I was out there stressed out, thinking about some shit. And I was smoking a cigarette on my last break of shit. And I told her, I'm like, you can't be out here, mad about some shit you going through. You know what I mean? Like, we all struggling out here. We all struggling. I'm struggling. You struggling. Your family struggling. My family struggling. My homie struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like, struggle is real out here, regardless. You know what I mean? And you can't let that dictate what's up here, what's going on up here. Because the fact is, you have to lose in order to win. You gotta give up something. You know what I mean? And that happens in everyday life. In order to produce any fruit, the farmer must give up a seed. Put it in the ground. A loss of time. A loss of sleep. You know what I mean? In order for them to get the fruit from the seed that was planted. You gotta lose first. Like, nothing in this life comes easy. Into everything in this life comes struggle. Some sort of struggle. You're gonna lose something regardless. You know what I mean? So I'm learning to look at things from a more positive perspective instead of a negative one. Like, oh damn, it's fucked up out here. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I can't control this shit. Boom, boom, whatever. You know what I mean? It's all about understanding that although you can't control it, you yourself still have an area of control that you possess. At the end of the day, everybody got something they can control, but to be honest, human beings got very little control over anything. You know what I mean? Let's break it down. A man cannot control how many breaths he takes. A man cannot control if he wakes up or not. A man cannot control the fact that he may die in his sleep. A man cannot control whether he dies or not. Really, the only control that a man has is his choices. That's it. That's really the only thing. Outside of that, you don't have control at all. You know what I mean? And in this situation that I'm going through, I'm going through a lot of shit that makes me feel like I have a loss of control. Because I'm gonna put you on. I'm a man of tremendous pride. I like things a certain way. I do things a certain way. I approach things a certain way, and I like things to go my way. And so I will set myself up for all types of things by using this person, using that thing to overall get what I want out of it. You know what I mean? And in this situation, I'm not able to do any of that shit. I'm not. And it's an unsettling reality indeed, but I know it's gonna be okay. At the end of the day, everything will work itself out. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is stay focused, stay on your grind, stay on your shit, and eventually it'll work out. You know what I mean? But I had a stable place to stay before I was homeless, but I wasn't happy. You know what I mean? Like, I was living with this girl, and it was alright, I guess. She spoiled the fuck out of me. I didn't cook because she always cooked for me. I never washed my clothes because she always washed my clothes, fold them, get everything straight. The most I did was pay a portion of rent and fuck every once in a while, Like, she sucked me, she fucked me. It was lovely, you know what I mean? But I wasn't happy. There was a part of me that missed my ex. And on some real shit, I love that woman. My ex, damn. Like, yo, I love her more than I love my ex-wife. My ex-wife, man, I made so many sacrifices for her. I love this girl all the more. And with being with the other chick, there was certain shit that she did that made me realize my fucked up nature. And it annoyed me because it's like, damn, I'm really like that. A lot of shit she did, I did to my ex. You know what I mean? So, for example, once upon a time, I felt like my ex was cheating on me. So what I did was I searched through her shit, and she was at work and I was at the house. I searched through her cabinets. I searched through her closet, underneath the bed, in between the mattress and the box spring. And, I searched the whole house for some shit, straight up. And I found a journal. Now, there's no dates and times in this motherfucking journal. I just read some shit, get upset, and then I confront her about it later. You know what I mean? Like, just that disrespectful intrusion shit. I'm guilty of that shit. You know what I mean? I used to accuse my ex of cheating on me all the fucking time. All the fucking time. And I didn't realize how fucked up it was till that shit happened to me. And ooh, boy, listen. This girl always at me about doing some shit that I know damn well I ain't doing. Prime example, I'm downtown last night. You know what I mean? I'm charging my laptop, and I'm charging my power brick at a fucking bus terminal because they got electric fucking outlets in there and shit outside. that you can use. And so, I'm charging my shit. And then she at me like, oh, you at your ex house? I know you're there. Stop lying. Now, mind you, I am outside. Outside. Nowhere near my ex house. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. And, it really, like, encountering shit like that really made me feel away. But it also made me understand, like, damn, I really did fuck up. I really should not have treated my ex the way that I did. And now I have the opportunity to, move on with her and, work things out with my ex and rewrite my wrongs. And so in order to do that, I understood that I had to let the girl I was living with go. I understood. This is before the whole COVID-19 shit was really like that large of an issue in the United States, But I realized in order to make it happen with my ex, I had to let go of my current girlfriend. I understood that, in giving up a place to stay, I'm going to have to sleep in my car. And I'm going to have to, put myself in an uncomfortable situation just for love alone. You know what I mean? And so that's exactly what I did. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm underneath a bridge behind Chiba Theater. You know what I mean? If you're from Rochester, you know where the fuck that's at. All my fixie friends, we used to be down here playing bike polo and shit. Those were good times, really good times. But nonetheless, that's where I'm at right now. Just putting together my video and sorting my thoughts and shit. Drinking my OE and puffing my Newports. But I've learned in this life, can't really talk on the next because I don't know it, but the life that I'm in right now, the realm that I'm in right now, you must first lose in order to win. I took a loss. I took a huge loss. I gave up a woman that was all about me. Yeah, she crazy, and I don't like that shit. But more importantly, I gave up a place to stay. I gave up a warm home for my self-respect and for a chance at love again. And where I'm at currently, shit's working out. I can't even fucking complain. Everything gravy over here. Today I had a little situation earlier this morning. Well, really technically yesterday, because it's like 3 o'clock right now, so it's a whole nother day. But yesterday I had a little situation with my ex where, I was forced to put an order of protection against her. Not the one I'm pursuing, but the one I left. And it was hard because I didn't want to do it, but it kind of got to that point where I felt like it was a good idea, just to keep her at bay. She hit me up, texted me, oh nigga, I hate your guts, you ain't shit, blah blah blah. That's why your daddy don't love you. That's why your brother don't love you. That's why you ain't got no friends, nigga. All this other shit, you know what I mean? Like shit that I don't need to be hearing right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already in a fucked up situation that I put myself in, granted, to allow the universe or God per se to open up a new door. So that's where I'm at, like you must first lose to win. Even when playing games, listen, if you really think about it, you lose all the fucking time. You never really even think about it. Like with chess, in order to get your pieces closer to the king to, in turn, in with the checkmate, or a stalemate, or whatever type of mate. Ha ha ha. You gotta give up a pawn. You gotta give up some type of pieces. You know what I mean? You gotta give up a pawn, a bishop, maybe a knight. You maybe even have to sacrifice your queen to even win the game. Think about that. Think about that. You may even have to sacrifice your queen to win the game. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's bugged out. That shit just kind of hit me different. Like, damn. You gotta sacrifice a queen to win the game. Peradventure. Perhaps. You know what I mean? Perhaps. Even when, playing like video games, sometimes you gotta lose shit. Sometimes when playing Apex Legends, you gotta give up ammo. You know what I mean? To win the game. You may not be the most skilled, so you give up ammo to somebody else who's more skilled than you, and y'all win the game. Straight up and down. You gotta lose first before you win. It's not the other way around. People approach this life, people approach the hustle like you gonna win out the gate. It don't work like that. Even all the successful people I know of, I understand that they lost something. You know what I mean? They ain't just, write a dope verse and started winning. There was time they had to put in to get where they are today. Like Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a billionaire. Imagine how many losses he actually took to get to where he is today. Because that shit did not happen overnight. It's a basic principle. Something that can be applied to everyday life. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. To be translated, you must lose in order to win. You must lose before you win. To maneuver through life, to accomplish your goals, you have to lose before you win. And as long as you understand that concept, and as long as you apply that concept to your life, you'll be straight. So, that's the wrap up. That's it. Thank you for tuning in to Codename Spontaneity. Codename Spontaneity, episode 4. It was definitely a pleasure. Y'all have a good night. Peace.